So in terms of demographic, is that just the younger generation who are using Rufus or AI, or is that, do you have any kind of breakdown?
Yeah, so I want to get the name of this right in terms of the people that I know that Max from my team did a podcast the other week with this group. I think they're called, can I actually look this up? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I make sure that I say the name of this company right. So Generate. So I was going to throw that out there. I just wanted to make sure it's kind of a unique name. So Generate. They did a study. There's been a couple of different studies. Like I'm friends with Ian Simpson at Sensor Tower. They've done some really good like usage stats on Rufus from Q1. Generate did a really similar report. I think a lot of it was like UK based, actually. They did some US stats too, but I thought their report was interesting because it was UK based. But Generate, on the demographic side, last week was talking to our founder, Max, about this on a podcast. And they were saying that actually it is the kind of like boomer generation. So like not young people are using
Yeah.
this. So people are actually more leaned into this if you're older, which actually kind of tracks. I'm in my mid 30s. I don't really use Rufus that much. Like I use ChatGPT, Gemini a good bit just with any product discovery that I'm doing. Younger generations, so like Gen Z, is not using Rufus nearly to the same extent as the older generation is, which I actually find really interesting.
Yeah, that's true. And is there any direct data? All these are from third party, right? Is there any direct numbers from Amazon directly?
Yeah, Amazon is a little cagey just on the specific data that they've been sharing. Besides, their CEO coming out and saying that people are using it a lot. I think we all saw like the Q1, the stat coming out of Q4 into Q1. I think it was their Q1 earnings report. May have been even the Q4 that they said that, I think like over 300 million people used Rufus. So, I mean, they give kind of those blanket stats like that, but we have to rely on, the sensor towers of the world to get a little bit more detailed on, okay, well, how are people converting? How many people are using it per set? Like there's all sorts of like minute details that we all care about that, other people have to go do the math on it for us because Amazon's being a little, coy about it. So
Always.
yeah,
Amazon is Amazon.
yeah, totally.
And you mentioned about the sponsored product showing up on the Rufus results, right?
Yeah.
So could you just tell me exactly, how it shows and what prompt you used? And for a seller, how can they come on that? Is that automatic campaign or is that any special?
That, the LinkedIn post that I did this morning, like right before I came on here, was basically asking, can somebody tell me how this is happening? Because I don't know. I think like a few questions that I have immediately on that, the questions that come to mind are, okay, how did this get there? Like because with a sponsored product, sponsored brand, like it's like, okay, we have a really neat, organized way to bid on these kind of things. Like I'm going to go for top of search. Like if I'm using a pack view, like I'm going to have all my different tactics and automations that are going to get me to the top or to hold a certain placement or to surface a sponsored brand. Like for this, it's like they don't, at least to my knowledge, no brand that I've talked to has access to bid on prompts besides sponsored prompts. But this isn't a sponsored prompt. It was just a normal need help deciding bubble. So if I click on that ad, which I didn't Quest, I click on it. Although maybe they could tell me what the cost per click was if I did click on it. Like, what's the cost per click on that? Are any of the ad tech providers like PackView or Sky or whoever, will they have API access to it? I just have a lot of questions. So I don't know. I think it's really cool, but if the cost per click on that is like triple what a sponsored brand is, that probably wouldn't be super cool for that.
Yeah, that's
so I don't know.
Yeah, it will be interesting a few months ahead. All this will be revealed and people start going for it. It will be quite interesting.